Welcome to another exciting installment of Nerdphoria. Let me just say, these glasses are really making me feel kind of nauseous. But I just have to say, they're really cool. And surprisingly fitting, because I had a viewer's suggestion on what to talk about in this episode, and it was the upcoming season of Doctor Who. I am very, very excited about it. A little less excited about it than I should be, just considering how long I probably have to wait to watch it, seeing as I do not have BBC America on my television. But I do know I'm going to be seeing something a little bit unprecedented in the Doctor Who universe, being the first 5 episodes of the season are going to be pretty much epic mini-movies to make it so our beloved companions Rory and Amelia Pond go up. Okay, that's not the right word. So basically, a very adequate and proper and explosive send-off to our 2 beloved companions. I don't think we ever have seen in the past such an homage to the companions themselves, which is very interesting to me. But see, the Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Doctors 9 and 10 episodes, the 4 seasons there. The very last episode of season 4 is a really amazing swan song for not just Donna Noble, but Rose Tyler and Martha Jones. And Mickey and Sarah Jane, and yeah, it's just amazing to me that we watch it for the Doctor, but then we grow so attached to his companions, and when they change, we don't know what to think. Just like when the Doctor himself changes, we're not quite sure. We like him, we don't like him, is he not enough like the other guy, whatever. But that's what's beautiful about the show, because the Doctor not only alters his appearance, but everything else about him is different as well. Where Matt Smith came on the scene, everyone's like, oh, rah, rah, David Tennant, rah, rah. It was like, Tennant nails it. Like, he's simply amazing. I mean, that's what the 3D glasses. But everyone forgets Doctor 9 is just as amazing, if not better, because Doctor 9 is very serious, very nose to the grindstone, very. And I mean, David Tennant's Doctor is very serious as well. And towards the very end, and the very last special, like the Waters of Mars, and then culminating in the End of Time parts 1 and 2, we really see David Tennant's Doctor go all out. We see him get angry. We see him defying the laws of time. We see him trying to be a Time Lord victorious. And we see his downfall, and we see the true human aspect of his being. And it's simply amazing. But then we get Matt Smith. Matt Smith, who seems goofier than all the previous Doctors when you first meet him. Like, fish fingers and custard, whatever, that is hilarious. But then as it progresses, you see a much more serious Doctor than either of the previous 2. While also in very off-the-wall and campy situations, outlandish seeming episodes, but you see the Doctor actually willing to kill in order to protect his people. You see the Doctor really scaring his adversaries. Daleks turning tail and running. Like, you never see that. Even if in the past they knew that they were going to fail, they did not back away. I mean, they're not programmed to be that way. I mean, they're not robots, but you know what I mean. But you see, Matt Smith as Time Lord really figures out how to cheat death. He fools all his friends. He goes above and beyond what is necessary for him to keep the time vortex going. And what's even more amazing is that Matt Smith, Doctor, even though he knows the rules of time, he creates paradox after paradox after paradox. Every episode. Who else does that? I mean, Stephen Moffat is going all out with his writing. I mean, and everyone else that has contributed to the past 2 seasons. And Amy and Rory are truly my favorite companions of all time. Excepting maybe my pal Don Noble, of course the companion that is not an official companion, Captain Jack Harkness, who I hope turns up again in Doctor Who, even though he's kind of done his own thing in Torchwood and all. But John Barrowman is a very thrilling actor to watch. It's very interesting to see him work off of the 2 previous Doctors as he had. But John Barrowman will be busy doing his portrayal of the Green Arrow in a new television series, Arrow, which I have to say I'm looking quite forward to. Maybe now, following the example of The Dark Knight Rises, that DC-related film-type properties will actually be more decent from now on. But that's not about the Doctor. I guess we'll just have to see what happens. I'm excited. And one more thing. There's come to mind some viewer mail. And here to read said viewer mail is Mr. Boba Fett. Back again. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
No problem.
Okay. So, Boba, we have one tiny bit of viewer mail. Entertain our guests.
Okay, Mark, formerly of
Vermont, has suggested that you dress up as Lumpy Space Princess for your Adventure Time costume. Okay, the only way I can see to look like her at all is to wear purple, which I am wearing. Otherwise, it would be too complicated of costume, given the lack of money that I have. I mean, it's a simple costume, it would just be expensive. Something more along the lines of Jake the Dog or Finn the Human. Further suggestions would still be helpful, and I'd say that's a wrap. Sorry for the more rambling nature of this particular episode, and good night.